Stadium and the sea of red in the heartland of Lincoln, Nebraska. An uncommon place and home to an uncommon program with a championship pedigree. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Nebraska's return team will have that offense backed up. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. 2nd and 7 from the 15. He'll keep it himself. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This Husker running attack will hit you from all angles. You never know who's going to get it next.
Yeah, it's kind of like playing that hat game on the stadium jumbotron. Like, where's the ball underneath which hat that's going to move around? Always a lot of deception with this Cornhusker offense.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Handoff to the lone back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, Penn State is known for its defense, right? Tough, physical, they can stop the run, and they can get after the quarterback, and they do it from the linebacker position.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll field the punt. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Nittany Lions offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position. The offense starts with a short field. Tackled there by the defense.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
At the 20, he's got space. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska.
That is so impressive. Not only was it a great catch, but also he made sure he had 1 foot in bounds to get the touchdown. Beautiful job.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Going up top on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Martin. At midfield, he's got room. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! On to attempt the try. Splits those uprights right in half. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Huskers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best?
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. And the Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
He's going to take off. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on first down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint. But does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the first down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. First down here for the offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. The hand to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. Brings up.
You've got a third and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. And the sack all the way back at the 5. The Cornhuskers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the returner is stopped. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great...
He lost one down the sideline. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Penn State. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
21, Nebraska, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. On second down, wants to throw. Got a man. It's Hall. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Huskers will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. He's going to get loose. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
A 10-yard loss on the play.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Huskers decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Unleashes one. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this up.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Touchdown, Penn State! A great catch and run for 6. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35, Nebraska, 7.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Picked off. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it 1st down at the 40.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Touch pass on the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Snap in the shotgun. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Offense set on 1st down. Power football with the run. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under. The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit.
Number 13, on to punt it away.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Got it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
With jet sweep pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. And it's caught! Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Touchdown.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Lincoln. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, back to the Sea of Red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
And the Huskers will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll throw it on first down. Finds the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Keeps looking downfield. He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this first down. When you're around midfield, the analytics will tell you so much better to go for it on fourth down. Using the quick game. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Offense getting set for first down. Running back searching for a hole. At the 35, he's open. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll line up for a second down play.
Second down.
Trying play action. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Huskers line up to punt it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the option. He'll pitch it. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to throw on second down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at 3rd. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He'll take another shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. The completion well past the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. They want to just keep throwing it. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! And the beatdown has ensued. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
It's a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough.
And that pass intercepted.
It's not always the sacks on the quarterback, right? You just want to affect him. You want to get to his legs. And if you can smash him, even better. Hit him in the face, make that ball float up in the air, creates the turnover, creates the big play. Momentum shift for the defense.
Leaves it with the back. And he'll... down after a tough run there.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Gets it out quickly. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quick pass on the fly motion. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Now on the option. Now the toss. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of... Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the stomping has commenced. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And the extra point was good.
Nebraska, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the fourth quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
Coming after it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Picks up the ball and nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Touchdown, Penn State! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Nevada is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 28 to San Jose State.
They're going to throw it to start the drive.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Huskers!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Got it in the middle. It's Kearse. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
He'll ride his man on the option. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop, and that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Fires left. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Snowed under by the defense.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They want to throw it. And they stop the 4th down pass. The defense gets off the field. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over.
The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and
he hurls one deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the pummeling has started. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I think that this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Intercepted by Penn State. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. This is what an elite team does. They know